Hey everybody and welcome back to Split Couch Games. I'm Scott.
And I'm Ben.
And Ben has not had his coffee yet.
No, I overslept and it was
Yo.
pure sadness.
It's alright. No big deal. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
But I have my coffee right here, so
He's taking a sip. And while he sips that, let me introduce the topic of this video, which you probably guessed what it is about by the title of the video. But Nintendo sent out some emails to the their Nintendo Creators Program, and we are technically a part of that in a way because in the early days of Split Couch Games, we put out some Mario Let's Plays, which if you ever wanted to hear Angry Scott, that's the place to go. And like that'll give you a good idea of what my anger is like.
Yeah, and by angry Scott we mean slightly irritated Scott.
Oh,
because
there were some moments. There were some moments.
There were some moments, yes, but like for the most part, you weren't really like outwardly angry. You just like were boiling on the inside.
It still has probably my favorite moment in any Let's Play where it was Marcy's level, and it's like all the thwomps. And then there's a platform.
That was meant to be a brick. Then why is the thwomp there?
Like, it was a platform. It was like 3 Mario sizes wide. And then like in the middle, a thwomp comes down.
I think it was like 4 or 5. Because I think the thwomps are 3 squares, aren't they?
I mean, it was basically like there was one, like there were 2 spots on either side.
Yeah.
That like I think it was a small thwomp, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It was just... It's probably the best sequence of events because I was just so like because Marcy just goes, it was supposed to be a break, and I'm like, why the fuck? Like I was just so mad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Nintendo sent out a email to all their Nintendo Creators Program members saying that they have, quote, updated the Nintendo Creators Program user guide with information on how revenue generated during live stream broadcasts on YouTube will be handled in the Nintendo Creators Program. Spoiler alert, it won't be.
Yeah, and you bet we were excited when we saw that.
Yeah. And it says, live streaming on YouTube falls outside the scope of the Nintendo Creators Program. This means that you cannot broadcast content on YouTube Live from the account you have registered to the Nintendo Creators Program. Please check the user guide for details. And if you check the user guides for details, it literally says the exact same thing.
Yeah, so it was real helpful. And the vague nature of all of this is positively thrilling. It took us like what, maybe 30 minutes to maybe figure it out, and we're still kind of unsure as to what exactly this means.
Yeah. And they do want to be polite and thank us for our ongoing support of the Nintendo Creator Program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just to be clear, for anybody that maybe doesn't know how the Nintendo Creators Program works, when you sign up, this is basically, or the Nintendo Creators Program is basically the only way that you can have Nintendo-related content on a YouTube channel and have it guaranteed to be monetized, unless you're a part of like a larger channel network or something like that.
That probably has their own deal with Nintendo, but we don't know the specifics on all that.
Yeah, we don't know the specifics for all that, but I mean, I can only imagine that some, a group like Game Grumps probably doesn't get the backhanded treatment that everybody else has to deal with.
Who knows? But let's
but so anyways, you can
clarify a couple. Okay, you're moving on to that. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can register a channel as a whole, so automatically every video that you put out will be submitted to this program.
Nintendo games are not like literally any video.
What?
If you register your whole channel.
Yeah. If you register your whole channel, it doesn't matter if it's a Nintendo video game or not, it will automatically be registered. That is an option. So the Nintendo Creators Program in that essence would function as like a large MCM or something.
Yeah. So like it'd be like Machinima, Curse, etc.
Yeah.
Where they take some of your money and like and let you and
kind of do whatever.
yeah, like they're kind of like, yeah, you can use our games, as opposed to like MCNs will be like, here, you can have like these features, like there's usually like free music, free support, like to help you out and stuff, but Nintendo's just like, you can use our games.
Yeah. And the other option is to just register videos individually, which is what Scott and I did, because we knew that, you know, at the time, like the only Nintendo related game that we were going to be doing was the Super Mario Maker. And we were potentially going to be doing more later on, but we hadn't ever really decided that. And if you look at our channel history, that clearly never happened. So
yeah. Fucking Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, that's basically how it works. And like we said, the email and the information available online wasn't exactly super clear, because initially, at least, you know, when I read it, it made it sound like only people who registered full channels would fall into this category, but like the wording was so vague that it also made it sound like pretty much anybody who, you know, anybody who ever signed up for this, they cannot live stream on YouTube and get revenue from it.
Yeah. So I think that it definitely is only for people that register for the full program. And the reason why is that if you go there, it's like, do I have to register my videos in the Nintendo Creators Program, or am I able to continue posting videos of Nintendo games to YouTube without joining the program? This is just in a FAQ on the Nintendo site.
Yeah.
It basically says that you can do it the other way. So what I assume that means is that like that you're fine to live stream outside of this.
Yeah.
But it is weird that we got that email, even though that we're not like actually a part of the Nintendo's Creators Program, if that's the case.
Yeah, my guess is they probably just, for whatever reason, they probably don't have any sort of back end set up. So that Marcy brought me coffee. She loves me. She truly loves me.
It's double coffee.
But since it kind of sounds like they don't have anything set up to essentially differentiate between people that register their channels versus registering individual videos. But
well, that's really scary.
Like,
yeah, we're banning people from live streaming content. Well, we don't have a way to differentiate, but we're gonna ban it.
Yeah. I mean, it's either they don't really have any way to differentiate that outside of maybe like going in and looking. I don't know. It's either that, or maybe they wanted to send it out to everyone. That way, those considering maybe registering their entire channel would know.
I mean, I'm sure that it's just part of like the mailing list. Like they just went all.
Yeah.
And
send to all. Okay. Piss off bunches of people.
But so we've established more or less what's happening. And first of all, this is really weird because other MCNs don't have this like they don't have a problem with live streaming. Like you can do it, and like the monetization works, I believe, exactly the same, but could be wrong.
I mean,
but
I would imagine it would have to be different. Just simply because typically, from my very like baseline understanding, because I don't know a whole lot, but income from YouTube gaming streams and everything like that is similar to that of Twitch, where you can receive like donations and that type of thing. And my guess, and this is like the cynical Ben talking, is Nintendo realized that that's where most of the money is in subs and donations and that type of thing. But that's not anything that they can get a cut of. Yeah. So they just were like, you know what? We're not going to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like a slightly less cynical route. Like I believe that that's probably part of it, but I also like I feel like Nintendo didn't set up this program to make money.
Yeah.
I think like they set it up to keep control of their content as best they can. So but like when you go for when you live stream it, it becomes like anything can happen. Like you could have like a PewDiePie incident.
I
Like, and
mean,
Nintendo would like shit itself if that
I
happened
I
with their
I
game.
I understand why you're saying that. And to a certain extent, I agree that that is probably why.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just have a hard time believing that that has any correlation to this simply because of channels like the Game Grumps. I mean, the Game Grumps do a lot of Nintendo content. Like, a
Yeah.
lot. And they're pretty much given free reign as far as I can tell. Like, they can do whatever they want. I mean, that's great for them. They're
Mm-hmm.
successful in spite of and because of that. But
But I don't
I
think that
feel like
like
if Nintendo had a problem with like racist jokes and mature humor and that type of thing, like they probably wouldn't be that fond of the Game Grumps.
yeah, but I don't like. I think I think it's a context thing. But I mean, like it's yeah. I don't know. It like I don't think that there's a logical reason that makes sense to us. I'm sure it's just they're trying to protect themselves as much as possible and probably make like trying to make money. But like
Sure.
like it's not like this gives them more money though, right? Like this doesn't actually like help them at all. If anything, it
No, not
hurts.
really. But I
Like
mean, well, it helps them in a very Nintendo fashion of playing safe.
yeah,
Because I mean, that's what Nintendo does. Like they play it safe.
yeah,
Um, and when it comes to the type of content that could potentially come out of people streaming games and that type of thing, even in correlation to the Game Grumps.
mm-hmm.
The Game Grumps are a known factor. Like Nintendo has a relationship with them. They've, built up a rapport and everything like that. So
Yeah,
it's much less of an unknown, so much less of a risk in their eyes.
yeah,
But they're throwing out this like blanket precaution in order to like you said, basically potentially avoid a PewDiePie situation with someone that they don't know. And I can understand why they want to do that, but I feel like companies are kind of going about this the wrong way. Because I mean, Nintendo's not really like the only company out there to take harsh stances against things like this and everything.
yeah,
I mean, YouTube is obviously doing it. Like they're kind of going balls to the walls crazy with, their limitations and everything.
mm-hmm.
And it's not helpful to content creators in any way whatsoever. And I feel like it's because there is this fear of like, well, what if someone does something bad? And to be fair, like to their credit, it really isn't a matter of if as much as it is a matter of when.
Yeah,
But the thing that I feel like most companies are forgetting is that those situations are really the minority.
yeah.
And
It's
instead of trying to control the content, they should just control the message when it does happen.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just so weird. So I just looked it up. Game Grumps is not actually registered as a Nintendo's Creator Program channel. They're with Jetpack. Um,
Oh, I didn't know that they had anybody. For the longest time, they weren't affiliated.
yeah, I don't know. I remember looking at it a couple of years ago and they weren't, but or maybe like a year and a half ago or whatever. But yeah, so they're with Jetpack, which is apparently like trying to be like the elite YouTube gaming thing because they have like scene anners. Like they have like apparently they have like 76 YouTubers and they're all just like super popular. So
Interesting.
I don't know. Like C Nanners is on there, and
Hmm.
Game Grumps obviously, and
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
So they might just be putting like their Nintendo videos under what we did, which seems odd. But they might also just like have talk to them about it.
It's been a long time since I've looked at it, and for us, it doesn't particularly matter because we haven't done any Nintendo videos in a long time, and that's why it hasn't mattered. But I believe that when you join another MCN, you can effectively disable your affiliation with the Nintendo Network. I believe that's how it's intended to work. I could be wrong, but if I recall correctly, that was essentially the intent. Was that, like, you know, once you join, you know, another MCN or whatever, like, you can cut ties with Nintendo in that regard. And I don't know if the videos that you had already registered stay registered with them, but then, like, any videos going forward will be fine or what. I have no idea how it works. And it may not even be every MCN. It may just be, like, the bigger ones that sort of take control of the, like, copyright aspect. But I don't know.
That could be something that, like, we could... Because I don't know if we've ever announced it, but we are a part of the Curse Network now. Which is Union for Gamers.
Yeah, we never announced that.
Okay, well, now, hey, look, an announcement. 18 minutes in the video, and like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we moved from the Freedom Network to the Union for Gamers because we finally met their requirements, and
then Adpocalypse happened, and
literally the day, like it was literally the day before we signed the contract. The Adpocalypse happened.
Yeah, it was like our views and subs just kind of took a nosedive.
But we got in just in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
Because I mean, like, realistically, like, if we were on the same trajectory as what we had been previously, we would probably be at, like, 520 subs right now, but instead we're not even at 480.
Yeah. And then, like, not only that, but we would probably be at, like, 12,000 views, but in the last 28 days, but we're at, like...
We're at
8,000?
like, yeah, I was gonna say like 7 or 8. So,
but that's still that's including a lot from before the time. So we're just dropping.
Yeah,
we're just.
I mean, we seem to have kind of hit like a little bit of a plateau where we're averaging around like 150 to 230 views a day, which isn't terrible, I guess.
Ooh,
but
another announcement is actually one of our videos did get remonetized.
Oh yeah,
it was
the one that actually qualified.
Yeah, it was a Gears of War shotgun video tutorial. Got 1,000 views randomly all of a sudden. It was like, hey, and then I like looked on. It was like, cool, it's getting money. But yeah,
too bad. Like the first 5,000 views didn't get money.
Yeah, you know, just whatever. I ain't mad. A little mad. Kind of like a lot mad, but anyway.
Yeah. This entire situation is just not great.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm really curious. So I know that like there's other games that have been like Persona 5 is the most notable to me. Is they're like, don't stream past this certain point because we don't want things to be spoiled.
Yeah.
And I get that to an extent.
Yeah.
I don't really get that with Nintendo. Like I feel like that can't be the case because like Nintendo doesn't have spoilers in their games really. Like,
well, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Because...
I'm trying to go like around like all the possible reasons for what's going on. Because it seems very silly for this to come out.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it very well just simply could be that, you know, they don't have the infrastructure to support monetization of live streaming. and they don't want to have to bother with it.
But like that can't like because when you live stream with YouTube, it's the same ads that go up on your regular videos. Like it can't.
Well,
like,
I mean, like I
it
said,
monetizes in the same way. Like I can't imagine that like that is any work on Nintendo's part.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only way that I can think it's different is they don't have a way to take a cut of the donations and, you know, super chat and all that kind of stuff.
If that's the case, that is really petty. Like that's like, these guys are being successful. We want their money.
Well, I mean,
and this is all allegedly.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. Like it is a very super petty thing if that's why they're doing it.
It's like Nintendo's a game company. Like we're gonna be an MCN. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing it. They didn't really tell us why. They just kind of said, no, you're not allowed. And
yeah.
You were saying earlier before we started recording that you think you found something that makes me think or makes you think that I was right with my original assessment. That that doesn't apply to... Yeah.
Yeah, I read that out already. It was the thing that says like that in the creators program. It said that like, do you have to register? And they said no, you don't have to register for the program. You can do it individually.
Oh, okay.
So again, it's very vague, but I think that means that you're not actually a part of the Nintendo's created program if you do it the individual video route.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
That being said, like if we do decide to live stream to YouTube and Nintendo tries to stop us, I'm gonna be like, bitch, what? No.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that point, it's just kind of like cancel relationship or whatever. I mean,
abort.
Because it's not like we have very many videos with them. I don't think any of those videos have gotten any views in any amount of time recently.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Because
do you have any recollection of what the best ones were? Like, I could link them in the description.
No, I know that the Thwomp one was episode 3, maybe?
That probably sounds about right.
For the Super Mario episodes, I believe, like I said, that the...
Oh, because it's probably... I think it was like titled Helpful Thwomp.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll link it down in the description.
All right.
Or put it like a little annotation up there.
Yeah, we'll do something in that regards. Apparently, that doesn't make any sense. Whatever, I don't fucking care anymore.
What happened? What?
Sorry, I'm scrolling through our videos, and apparently, Mirror's Edge Catalyst episode 15 was marked as not advertiser friendly. Only episode 15.
What would have happened in episode 15?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Oh my god, what?
It was entitled "You Did Not Just Do That," so I don't...
Alright, well, we'll have to investigate and we'll have to watch that. What?
Yep. Yeah, I don't get it. I think my favorite part about like this whole, not advertiser friendly is like all the Gears of War stuff was, marked as not advertiser friendly. And then there were like random other videos. And I think maybe episode 1 of The Witcher. But like any of the other...
Well, episode 1 of The Witcher, you could make the argument like, because it's titled like Booty 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 and... Like the first shot of the game is like bare butt.
Sure.
And then
I'm not saying it doesn't deserve that. Like that wasn't what I was trying to imply. What I was trying to imply is that I just think that that's a little bit funny, primarily because there are at least 2 or 3 other episodes where we see partial nudity. Yeah. And they are just like, nah. Like when you went and met Kira Metz.
Yeah.
Like tatas for days there.
Yeah. It's weird. It was kind of weird playing that with you, to be honest. But And then also, I think that the other one was also fair to demonetize was probably the first Hitman episode, which was sexual favors in the garden.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot it was titled that.
Yeah. Well, that was before we had to worry about.
Oh yeah, So I'm scrolling through all of our old videos, and we've completely derailed at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we've established that Nintendo's being silly.
I completely forgot that our most viewed Witcher episode was episode 25, and it was titled Batman vs. Geralt.
Yeah!
It has 86 views. And I don't know why people ever clicked on that. It wasn't even that people clicked on it, it's that people were searching YouTube for Batman vs. Geralt. Like, I don't... Why?
It just... Yeah, I feel bad for the people that clicked on that video because I think like it was like maybe like halfway through the episode I'm just like, who'd win? Batman versus Geralt. And then like we talked about it for maybe like 30 seconds and then moved on.
No, we talked about it for longer than that, but yeah, it wasn't like the entire episode or anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people clicked on it, completely ignoring everything about the title and thumbnail other than Batman versus Geralt.
Yeah. And then the other one, Super Meat Boy, the internets.
Yeah. No, it was how to unlock the internets. Because I didn't know it was a thing when we named it. I thought it was just a normal part of the game, but turns out we did something special. And, yeah, so I entitled the video How to Unlock the Internets, and it just kind of... it got a lot of views.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like, by a lot, we mean like 50 views, but...
Sure.
Yeah. I remember on my old channel, I released a video called First Impressions of Gears Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when, like, it was like after they like showed the first gameplay. So, like, what I meant to say was like first impressions of like what I thought of it.
Yeah.
But like... I think like everyone was like, "Oh, this guy played Gears Judgment. Let's click on this video," and it was like 300 views. I'm sure they were disappointed.
Oh, probably.
But they were like, "This looks like Gears 3. Weird."
This looks exactly like Gears 3. What's going on? Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can probably wrap this video up a bit early. I feel like we've said our piece on Nintendo. We don't really have anything else in terms of news to talk about, so
the Overwatch video was released, and I know that pretty much literally everyone who's watching this video did not watch that one because it has no views.
I watched
5
it.
Views. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be watching this video. Fucking calling me a liar?
Well, I think like you and Viper, and then like I guess maybe like 3 other people. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It turned out pretty well.
I enjoyed it.
I was more or less pleased with it.
Yeah. I gave you the feedback around it, but overall I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You need to do more. You need to do one for like Battlefield 1 or something.
Oh,
that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
Oh god. Battlefield 1.
You would get a lot of good moments out of that. And now that I've said it in the podcast, Viper the Red will agree with me.
Maybe. Maybe. I actually do have a plan. Or like I have one that I want to do.
Uh-huh.
But this is going to be like if we ever get to like 50,000 subscribers, because it's going to have to be worth it. But I want to replay Assassin's Creed 3.
I think you should do that just in general. That'd be hilarious.
No.
That'd be hilarious. You probably didn't claim it when it was free with gold, did you?
I mean, I still have the disc.
Oh, okay.
What I was gonna do, because I want it to be as true to when I first played it, is just hook it up to my Xbox 360 without the updates.
Don't do that.
But that's what is going to make it funny, because they fixed some of the issues anyway.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
I'm still so mad that I had to deal with the bullshit with like, oh, you stabbed a guy on a roof and no one's around. Entire city's alerted. And you're like, no, that's not a thing. And then I'm like, yeah, it is. Here's the patch notes, but they fixed it 3 weeks later. God damn it.
I just think it's funny that like you had that issue and I never did, because I played it around release. Like I played it during the release window.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was super funny.
I never had that issue. I did have issues, but I didn't have that issue.
Yeah. What a bad. But yeah, so if we ever get to like 50,000, I will make that video. It'll be in the same style and everything, and it'll be me playing through Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
I think that would be really fucking funny, but in order to subject myself to like another like 10 hours of that game, I'm gonna need some guaranteed views.
You just gotta post it on Reddit afterwards, or have Viper the Red post it on Reddit. Just be like, my friend made this video. I think it's fucking hilarious. That's how Reddit works. You just have to claim that your friend did it, and then everybody will watch it.
Yeah. You could do that. You could post my Overwatch video. You could do it. You're my friend.
I could. That would require creating an account for Reddit, though.
Oh no! Not 20 seconds of work.
No,
Scott spent a month making a video. 20 seconds. Ooh. I don't know. Ooh.
I'm glad that you see it from my perspective.
Don't forget like the copy and paste aspect of it, where you have to like Command C and then Command V. Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough.
Don't. You know what? Forget I mentioned it. I don't want you to break a sweat.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate you like coming to terms with the sacrifice that would have been for me. Anyways, we need to shut down this podcast. I think we're actually over our time limit now. So
yeah, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about Nintendo and why you think they're doing what they're doing.
Or if you really want to let us know your thoughts about anything that happened, then
yeah,
feel free to talk about our shenanigans and stuff. So
shenanigans. We'll see you guys next time on Split Couch Games.
Bye.
Bye.